I gotta go set things up over on YouTube. Oh, and I gotta get the link here. Let's see. Copy it. Let's send it to. Oh, we gotta go to. Ah, oh, ghost, reliable ghost. There. Now I can come back and I'm. Oh, you're looking at my thing anyhow, so you don't see me because I got tape on the camera. So you can see my art. That's the canoe, the Clovis canoe, the canoe with the people in the canoe, and they're that's at the put in, take out. It's a carry, so at a carry spot, you can be going in either direction, really, especially when you're crossing the Great Divide. Um, I'm on my computer and getting all this stuff here set up and get the link. Watch for guests to come in. Um, uh, my God, the oh, I'm better than you attitude of Anderson. Uh, she's out of control. I, uh, well, you're just a layman. You can't read something off the internet about anything legal. What are you gonna do? Go tell the attorney general. You know. Well, you know what? Anywhere you go, open your mouth, and somebody's gonna is onto your game is gonna fire back at you. Um, and telling somebody to fuck off or something like that is not defamation. Defamation is when you accuse somebody of doing something criminal, something heinous and criminal, something that people look down on to severely discredit them, and basically that's accusing somebody doing something criminal that they haven't done, like accusing people of stalking you at your apartments. That there is defamation, especially the person has evidence that they were not at your apartments that day. You can get that from Google. um, you've accused me of something heinous, something that I can go after you for defamation. When you have nothing, I just, you're a bitch. That's not defamation. That's not defamation because it's true. It's my opinion that you're a bitch. And it's a lot of other people's opinion too. And actually, you earned the title. We wouldn't call you somebody that wasn't. You're not uh, sugar and spice and everything nice. You got something. Somebody threw some fucking shit in the pie here. Oh my gosh! And I got to go to the page and change the um, title of the video. Video. Um, um, should be mine on there. Oh, gotta hit the mute so I can go in there. And I'm gonna paste the link. Hey, Melinda. How you doing? You see, I just got into the chat. Fenn message. James Brown. Oh yeah. Feel good. James Brown, like yeah, riding that car. You see, there's Abiquiu comes in my solve then because that's where he was where that car when they're filming that you can see the lake in the background. Yeah, you can see the lake in the background of the shot where in the video the making of Indiana Jones 4. Yeah, and I'm changing the title of this and all that. um, I did pop out chat. No, I thought I did. Pop out. Pop out. Okay. And then I've got to go to my studio and change the title because when I go in this app to use the stream, it has the same title every time. It doesn't give me the option to give it a title. It thinks I'm doing the same stream over and over. Um, Content, live, and edit. Come on. There we go. Forrest Fenn. um, yeah, that was it was that video of the street and calling us laymen well, you're a layman, so you have no chance of beating me in court anyhow, because I'm a lawyer, and, and anything you say I can shit on because you are a lower class than I am. And the judge, I'm sure, is watching her videos, keeping track of everything. It's apparent that YouTube is keeping an eye on her and stuff and watching what's going on. And I think this judge, I give the judge full credit that this judge can smell a rat. Can smell a rat, man. This rat, oh, it's. uh, I would check up here, see if we got new. Nope, nobody joining in. We got the link on there. Where's where the car was racing? There's an old runway dirt. It's on Ghost Ranch property. It's called 50. Ah, yeah. So it's like private property. You can't even go there hardly. According to a lot of people I know, the new owners of Ghost Ranch or whatever aren't letting anybody in there or whatever, according to some other searchers. They think they got something special. Well, yeah, you have it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, when they want to have their special thing that they don't allow other people, I don't really think those are good people to hang out with. You know, it's owned by the Baptist Church. Yeah, I was married in a Baptist church in 1979. Divorced that one in 1987. Um, but I was hoping somebody come in and talk because I was going to talk about the defamation stuff and this lawsuit bullshit and all that. Apparently, there's this um, thing where when someone accuses somebody of defamation and it's over YouTube, it's somebody trying to silence somebody on YouTube and stuff like that, and then they have a special law for that, and right off the person making uh, the claim, yeah, that one, Barbara, making her claim that that uh, there's copyright violation and all. She has to prove the copyright violation before the case will proceed. Right, because Greg is uh, called a motion for a slap motion, which requires the person filing has to prove to the judge. Next step is she has to prove to the judge that she has a case, that it's not just because Greg dumped her for something better. So for someone better. A51. Why does it keep connecting there? Unplug that one. I gotta turn up my zoom this in. And then the browser, oh, you're in the middle of something. You update your browser now. It's like, screw you, Google. Screw you. I'm doing something else. Hmm. Huh. Is it? Is it? Oh, oh, we got to go. I'm trying to get my screen to go. The text didn't go bigger. I don't know why. Did on the YouTube on the computer here on the main window, but on the pop out chat, it didn't. Go back here. Okay, so now I can host. Now it should be. Yes, there. Double blazes. Yep. Um. Yeah, I got double blazes. Coffee mugs, New Mexico Double Blazes coffee mugs. If you want them on Zazzle, all you gotta do is look up Double Blazes New Mexico Zazzle. um, yeah, it's not going anywhere. The judge already canceled the one here, and what? And oh, she threw a fit when that happened. And that's not defamation to talk. You are allowed to talk about court cases. You're allowed to talk about read court documents are allowed. It's a public document on a public server. You're allowed to read it. It was a Supreme Court document, and it also I know there was some criminal intent, and I believe it said that she went to jail for criminal contempt. Good standing, that is. Yes, good standing. I got an email about my excellent credit score. I went from no credit score 4 months ago to an excellent credit score now. I think it's like 800 or something. I I was thinking of a better computer. House thing is a nightmare. It's trying to find one for the 101,000 is next to impossible. The only house that's available at that price is in San Luis, and they don't allow white people in San Luis. Hey, Luli. Oh, somebody in here. Street. Yep, up, in, out. What's that?
What's happening? Yep.
Yeah, not a lot. I just, I thought I was talking about defamation is when you accuse somebody of breaking the law, something like that. It's not saying you son of a bitch. That's not
Yeah.
defamation.
Yeah.
That's disagreement. That's I don't like you.
Well, if the things you're saying are facts, not even if it's the truth, you can't be charged with defamation.
Yeah. And I truly believe that she's a bitch.
I don't think that could be considered defamation then.
I truly believe she is abusing her license to practice law.
I agree with you, man. I've felt the same way. Intimidation, threats, and she's using her degree to harm people in a malicious way, man, with malicious intent.
I've been telling you guys that it's her all of the things that what she's doing adds up to racketeering.
You think so?
Definitely. But well, her contempt was all about hiding the money in someone else's account.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why she was, and the Supreme Court upheld the criminal contempt that she. I don't know how many days or whatever she did in jail for it, whatever. But yeah, she was booked into jail for it.
Yeah.
And
It's
that's
strange
true.
times. Yeah, it's strange times we find ourselves in nowadays in the chase, man. It's sickening.
Yeah. And what do you think about being third class, huh?
Well, I'm just an ignorant layman, man. My opinion really
Yeah.
doesn't matter, but it's still my opinion, and I have a right to it. Whether it matters as an ignorant layman or not, my opinion still matters.
And our justice system tells these judges and that they're not to treat us uh, as like they're superior or something, you know. They're supposed to understand that we are not at that level of understanding of law practices like they are, and, and they can't use their knowledge of it to take advantage of us.
Or intimidate or threaten us with that same
Yeah,
knowledge.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Can you hear that in the background?
Somebody didn't get something they wanted.
It's bedtime.
Are them kids named Barbara?
Usually, man, I just, when they're acting like this, I'll just bring them in here and show them a video and they hush up real quick.
Yeah, I think, you know, and if anything, I have been defamed.
Yeah,
By her.
I feel the same way, Bill. I do.
Accused of being at her apartment stalking her.
Yeah, criminal. Did she categorize us criminal
Yeah,
stalking, which is a felony?
criminal stalking. Yeah, she accused, and when you accuse somebody of something criminal and they haven't done it, I mean, like the guy that kid that was with the school, and they were just there peacefully or whatever, and um, they said he did something to that Native American veteran or whatever, and stuff that he didn't do, and stuff, and the news pushed it. He got millions of dollars from the news for it.
Yeah, for defamation,
Yes, yes.
slander, lie. Well, I find it strange that she made a video accusing us of criminal stalking and said she called the sheriff, the county sheriff, and the police and filed a report. Isn't that what she said?
Yeah.
And yet there's no report that can be
There was no
found.
report. Yeah, she said she did, but she didn't.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The only
Interesting.
report they had was when she reported Mitchell Albright.
Yep. Very interesting. That was back in September of what?
September.
Yes.
September 21.
So
Yeah.
that's outright lying. That's just a little lie. Imagine how many lies have been told in the last year and a half alone.
And it had her address minus the apartment number
Yeah. Yeah.
on there. And I will, if you know, somebody wants to, I'll show that document minus the, but I'll have the her address blacked out.
Yeah.
They had Mitchell's name blacked out.
Well, she's grouped. I've said it before, Bill. She thinks we're all this. I've heard her do videos of things that, like, videos you have done, and she blames me for it. She'll mention my name and say Street did this. I'm like, no, Bill did that video. I did the other one. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we're all the same
and
person.
you accuse Jens of doing that, not, and now it's me.
Yeah, it gets it every corner. I think it can't get more bizarre. And boom, it's like, holy shit! I didn't see that coming.
Well, this slap thing means that she has to prove these are facts before the thing goes further.
Yeah, each merit. That's the
Each,
beauty of it. Each
you
merit.
know how many merits she had in there?
It's over 100 pages. This fucking lawsuit is over 100 pages. You know exactly.
She's
You know
got
how many?
a lot of work to do.
Over 50. There's over 50 merits that have to be addressed. And if
And the
even
thing is,
one of them are not addressed, huh? Interesting.
she can't successfully complete that, and so she's may as well just, you know, throw her cards down and pay Greg's legal fees.
Well, it just goes to show you can have a college degree and practice law for 22 years. Be careful who you intimidate and threat.
Yeah,
It goes to show it doesn't matter where you fall in that educational or economical standard chart. Be careful who you fucking threaten and intimidate.
yeah. If you're just a you know a rat, you don't go fucking with Bigfoot.
No, you don't. It's like that beef jerky commercial, man. Don't fuck with Bigfoot.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. What oh yeah, that's Jack Links with or the guy with the smoked salmon
Yeah.
and he beats up the bear over a salmon. He kicks the bear in the balls.
I'm just, and I made a video. Well, I think it was a live I did Saturday, and she made, of course, she made one of her "I'm going live but not going lives" and put a link to it and said watch at the 310 or whatever mark. And I came out and said I profiled people. Yeah, I've said that like almost a year ago. Yeah, of course, this is a game, man.
Yeah,
Um, and I only used that information with people who intimidated and threatened me. If you're like never, if I get along with you and you've never intimidated or threatened me, I know I like to know who I'm dealing with. You know,
yeah,
everyone, anyone I talk to, I profile them. There's no law against that. It protects my safety. I want to know who I'm dealing with.
yeah,
But when you intimidate me and threaten me and you have a law degree and you tell me to go away, I'm not allowed to speak. Oh shit. No, man, I ain't going nowhere. A matter of fact,
yeah,
I'm going to speak louder and harder now.
yeah,
And then I'm all of a sudden she's the victim? No, you shouldn't threaten and intimidate me. Don't cry foul now. Don't say how dare I do this. You're the one who started this. I ain't going nowhere. I'll say what I want when I want.
yeah, yeah. We have freedom of speech.
You know, you
She
don't
she
like it,
can take
don't
that.
listen.
Who is she to think that she can tell someone else to shut up any more
And get
than we
off.
can tell her to shut up?
Yeah. How many times has she told you and I to get off YouTube and we're ignorant and we're
Yeah,
laymen and how dare us? We shouldn't have
that's
an
part of
opinion. How many
racketeering.
fucking times, Bill?
That part of racketeering is running people out of the you know uh, that blackballing like that, running
You
people off.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know,
utilizing intimidation and threat tactics.
run them out of business. And yeah, legal intimidation. Yeah.
She's threatened to take money from both of us. She has
Oh,
many times.
yeah. She gonna get well. How much she gonna get by Social Security? You know.
Well, first she has to win the case, Bill, and I don't think she can. I don't think we have nothing to worry about, man, honestly.
And she went to a lawyer and said, "I want to sue this guy." The lawyer says, what? How big a house does he own? What's his income? He's on Social Security. He's old disabled guy." Uh, the lawyer would say, "Get the fuck out of here."
Especially when she explains why she wants to sue him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, don't get me wrong, that lawyer would take her money, but it doesn't mean he's going to win the case.
Even calling her a twat waffle, that's not defamation. That
No.
that that's a silly name call. That's just silly name calling. You know, it's not like saying um, Johnny Watermelon Seed. He raped 10 girls last week. You know,
Yeah.
uh, when he didn't do it, that's defamation. You know, accusing people of doing criminal acts that they didn't do. You know, if you said she eats pussy, that's not defamation.
Well, I just know from my personal standpoint, I was minding my own business, having fun making videos, and along came Barbara and told me, "Go fuck myself. I'm ignorant. She's the solver, and I need to get off YouTube and never talk about her name and what she says about me. I'm not allowed to address it."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bullshit.
Uh-huh.
You just threw down the gauntlet. Don't tell me not. I was born in America, man. We're the most
I'm
arrogant,
the
fucking
solver.
loudmouth country in the fucking planet. Don't tell me to
I'm the
shut up.
solver. I'm the solver. If anything, she defamed my solve right there in the court record.
Yep.
And defame me in the court record, accuse me of stalking her in the court record. We have a verified pleading. Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
I'm very. She keeps saying she can't wait for me to show up in court to explain my criminal stalking. Right? She filed it. I've said it many times. She filed a privacy complaint against me with YouTube. I I contacted YouTube back, gave them the information they wanted to know, and lo and behold, they came back within an hour or two and said, "No, there's no privacy. You can keep the video up."
oh, they took my they took the witch down. So I edited the witch and put two more up. Take two down, I put four up. Take four down, I put eight up.
And yet
There's no
and yet,
defamation in it.
yeah, she's the victim here. You started this ball rolling. Don't like I can't say it enough. Don't call foul now. You can't. No, you ain't stopping this. This is a wheel. It's in motion, and you ain't stopping it. You're
How
the one
long
who
has she been
started
on?
it.
How long has she been on YouTube?
Um,
2 years at the
since
most, huh?
um I never became honestly, I've never even knew who she was until on or about June 9th, I believe it.
Yeah,
June 8th or
yeah,
9th,
June 8th or
2020.
9th. Yeah, when
Yeah,
she filed a lawsuit against Forrest Fenn, poor 89-year-old man. And she
yes.
acts as if her father, her 80-year-old father, is so delicate. Well, you went after an 89-year-old man. So if you did that, it's okay. Your dad's okay.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Bill, because I remember watching a video and she said, "You and I think you in particular, said that we were talking about, we mentioned her father's name. She was explaining a phone call she had with her mother and said, "Oh, they mentioned dad's name, so just be careful and don't answer the phone." Neither of one of us said her father's name. Neither one
No,
of us. Nope. All we said is her father. We did not give his name, address. We were outside his house in his bushes. No.
no,
See the
I,
exaggeration factor here?
I said the first name is all Edward, and because it was in the court document, that's what it said in the court document. You know,
So
it's
it's public
true.
record.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, her father needs to take her over his knee and whoop her ass. That's she needs her ass whooped. Daddy needs to tell her, look, you bring me into this, you're out of the will, little little witch. You know?
Um, like Melinda. Melinda says, "Why don't you guys block her?" Unfortunately, we can't, Melinda, because she's threatening to sue us. Her name is
But
in pleading in a
you have to,
federal
yeah.
lawsuit. We can't
Otherwise,
ignore
you
her.
default on lawsuits against you.
Yeah, everything we do and she does is evidence in a court of law. So we have no choice but to watch her.
Yeah.
Do we have a choice to comment on her videos? Yeah, we do. But
Can we
I
can we
took the
do it?
stance. She told me to be quiet and get off YouTube, and I have no right to my opinion. No, I'm going to give my right. I'm going to take my rights as an American citizen and use them. If you don't like it, then sue me.
Hey, Chinaman Sam, can we get Barbara a one-way ticket to North Korea? Do you think that would work?
No, man, that type of personality, they never give up. And the more wrong they are, even if they know they're wrong, the harder they fight, man.
Yeah,
That's what makes them dangerous. That type personality, they're dangerous in my opinion. They're dangerous.
yeah, yep. That's what I was told by another legal professional.
Me too. I was told by
She,
two different professions, law and
she
psychology, that it's the most
she's
dangerous ones out
dangerous,
there. Yeah.
dangerous.
Well, it is what it is. I'm not going nowhere. I have no intentions of going nowhere. I have no choice but to ride this roller coaster out.
Has anybody decoded what Chinaman Sam said?
Yeah.
Huh? What'd he say?
I think he just ordered a bottle of sake and some chop suey. I'm not sure.
I think sake's Japanese.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe he got it on the black market.
um, yeah, my oldest granddaughter's is going to medical school.
Nice.
Should be able to figure out a treasure hunt pretty soon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it said, "Where's Dizzy Dean?" In China. I think Dizzy Dean's in China. That's what it said. Where's Dizzy Dean?
Is that what it says, honestly?
Yeah. I did the translate on it.
Yeah, Bill, I'm with you, man. I'm just so sick and tired of being told I can't say nothing, man. Nothing. I should not have an opinion on it.
Yeah. I've been on YouTube since 2008, you know, and somebody come in the last year and a half and tell me to get off of YouTube, tell double blazes and sit on it and twirl.
Yeah.
Just do you know where to go? Oh, do you? Hey, Bill, did you know you were going to be in the documentary? Nope, didn't. I didn't. But I'm. There's that one I'm talking, but there was like a bunch of other clips in that area that I was in the background. So why were they keeping me in the background, right?
Was that 2019 footage? February 2019?
2016. That
What?
was 2016.
2016?
Yeah. Yeah, well, uh, I think Randy was still missing. They were still looking for Randy. I think they found him like 2 or 3 months after that.
Huh.
But
So
I had met Randy in
that footage of
2015.
that footage of you in the New Yorker with that was taken at 2016 February.
Yeah.
Wow, they had a lot of they had that's what 6 years ago footage, man, that they did that with.
Yeah, see? And so, yeah, they've been keeping track of it for a while.
Yeah,
But you notice they had the CBS guy in there with the New Yorker. So is the New Yorker tied with CBS somehow?
I think so. I do believe so. The parent companies, I think's the same, possibly.
And what about the Wall Street Journal where Larry works, or where Larry's the chief editor?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Are they tied with CBS?
If not, I'm sure they have connections. They can whisper in some executive's ear or owner's ear and get, coverage. Hey, man, you do me a solid and put this, 30-minute video, and I'll cover your video next month or something. Yeah, I'm sure they do that.
Yeah. No, they just have that little short piece of me, and I think they know.
Doesn't Douglas Preston write for the New Yorker sometimes?
Maybe.
I think he does, man.
Wow.
I remember here, the Lost Monkey God, a documentary I just watched,
Yeah.
and I think he said he wrote an article for the New Yorker
Uh huh.
about the Lost Monkey God. So yeah, there's a good connection.
Yeah, he's got ties, and they said make sure and have this guy and put him in. Oh, this back where he's in the background there. Because at that time when that February happened, I hadn't found the Buffalo Cowboy car yet. I hadn't even been in that. I was searching up near Salida, and I jumped down there in August around where I found the Buffalo Cowboy car, and it took me about a month to find it, camping up there and stuff.
What did the camera people and interviewer look like for New Yorker? Do you remember?
Oh shit, I don't remember. I hardly remember telling them what I said. I'm the
I don't
Joker.
remember.
I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker.
I don't remember. I remember Dale had a pretty good sized camera, and Barbarisi didn't have him. No one with Barbarisi had a big camera, but there was this other group that had a big camera. They looked older, man, probably in their late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah, yeah, and then Dale had his stuff back then in 16. I
Yeah,
mostly noticed Dale. There was a few others. So whoever was with Dale, yeah. See, because Dale did go up on the hill and took a picture and stuff down below of everybody down in the picnic area, and
yeah.
um, that time. And I remember I got plenty to eat that day.
Yeah, there was some good eats, wasn't there?
But um, you see, Forrest didn't acknowledge me. You know, yeah, good to put a face to the name is what he told me. when when I'd been putting videos out, what are you talking about? You know,
Yeah.
so that had to be code words. But anytime he said something twice, that was important. Twice, twos can keep a secret. Things that come in pairs. So the secrets are things he repeats. Like, are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Because those are the words that Moses said to God. What do you want from me? So I guess he's supposed to be Moses, and I'm supposed to be Aaron, or what? I don't know, because Moses didn't make it to the promised land, but Aaron does.
It was a tough journey for all.
Yeah. Oh, they committed genocide along the way. You know, if history is written by the people that they attacked, he wouldn't be such a saint.
Hell, they fought for 40 years, man. They were going around fighting all other nations trying to take land.
They're still fighting.
Yeah, it's never stopped.
Yeah, they're still fighting. Don't. Yeah. Oh, why Doug? Why Doug live in tiny house? Why Doug live in tiny? Does Doug live in tiny house in Peru? They know, but it's not what you think. Yeah, yeah. I put my thermostat on today, John. But yesterday, so before I put it on, my car started. Don't. It's like it's um one's missing, cylinder missing, or I put a can of seafoam in tonight.
What's that to clean the injectors?
Yeah, yeah. I put a can of the high mileage seafoam. The I guess it's for those little cars with the quad fours. And what do we have here? Oh, okay. Needed that. Yeah, that was fun. It's crazy how they make it so you got to loosen up this one part to get that part off because you got to slide it out far enough to slide it out of its housing.
The thermostat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's part of the block sticking out. Well, it's mounted. The thermostat is mounted to this other thing that's mounted to the engine, and so you got to loosen that up from the engine to get the thermostat away from the block, so you can pull it out.
Yeah. And everything's shoved together in these
Yeah,
cars nowadays, man. Everything they fit it in there so tight to replace anything. You got to take something
uh,
apart or something to get to it. Yeah.
okay. All right. Yeah, I got a new coil pack. John says. Mostly when it's idling. When it's accelerating, it does fine. But when it's idling, it's all rough.
Yeah, I think that Douglas Preston's Small House in the Woods in Maine, I think that's his little writing in that documentary. I think that's like his little getaway writing cabin or whatever office. I don't
Yeah.
think that's his actual house.
Yeah. Oh, his house in Maine.
Yeah.
It's
Remember
just
in the documentary, isn't he sitting in a little chair in the woods and he goes into that little like cabin? It looks like maybe a
yeah.
6x10 cabin or something.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I think that's like his little office or muse area.
Who was it trying to say, oh, making an example? Oh, there are no searchers in Maine. It's like Doug Preston has a place in Maine.
Yeah,
uh,
I think he was born and raised there, wasn't he?
um, Doug, yeah, I think he's from there.
Yeah.
And, and Sloan's from upstate, upper New York, up by Lake Champlain. I guess Grandma Moses was near Burlington, and Eric Sloan was on the other side of the lake in New York, and they were good friends. And Grandma Moses did embroidery until she couldn't push the needles anymore because of her arthritis, and then she started painting.
Maine would be a beautiful state to live in.
Yeah, the snow gets pretty damn deep, though. I've seen pictures.
Yeah, you'd have to be like you'd have. I'd feel comfortable with a 2 3 month supply of food and some own power supply and all. Yeah, you'd have to be pretty self sufficient, man. Wood burner, all that shit.
Yeah. Well,
But
coil
again,
pack.
that's
I'll probably
I mean,
see if
emergencies, man. You always have snowmobiles.
uh-huh. I had to I'll see if I get that part at the local shop. The coil pack for my car.
Yeah.
It
Have
was
you changed the plugs and wire? Didn't you say you changed the plugs and wires too?
I got new plugs. There are no wires. It's coil pack.
Oh, that okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I'll have clean injectors too, because I just put the sea foam in. Yeah. Um. Ooh. So, uh, yeah, and um, I'm not gonna let somebody like her fucking tell me to shut up. You, you're not either, obviously.
No, man. Like I said, that just I'm minding my own business. I make a video commenting, giving my opinion on the situation of the lawsuit, and all of a sudden I'm intimidated, attacked, threatened, told to go fuck off, get off YouTube. My opinion doesn't matter. That just no bullshit. That ain't no. You ain't gonna do that. I don't care who you are, man. What type of degree you have. Bullshit.
Yeah.
And then to be painted like it's all me, it's my fault. It's my fault she's doing this. No, it's your fault. I'm
Well,
not in control of your
yeah.
actions. You are.
Yeah. She filed a lawsuit for one. Okay. We didn't talk about it until she came on and started running her mouth about it on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah,
And I've never changed my position. Remember when she said that she decided to drop drop it because of what I because I told her that she didn't let him complete it as he had planned, or whatever.
yeah,
And so she realized I was probably right, and she's trying to say we're starting to believe what she's been saying. No, I've been I said 3 4 years ago that nobody's going to have it until he's dead.
yeah. I didn't. I
in
didn't
his will.
understand that either, Bill. I've never once taken anything she said and agreed with it. Never, man. Never. Not even Jack. Never.
Yeah, yeah. I've
She
had my own
mentioned the
soul.
well, she
She
mentioned
did. She has nothing to. In her own words, she has nothing to do with my solution.
yeah.
My solved, and nowhere near Colorado. Well, it started probably near Ghost Ranch or what in that car.
Well, I thought it was odd too. This last video she did today, she jumped on you and told you you're not the solver. She is. You've been picking on the real
Yeah,
solver. Then she said, "Street, I still haven't heard your solve." As if, is that going to matter? What does my solve
yeah,
matter? I mean,
yeah.
seriously, what does
Well,
that have to do with anything?
and of course, we've never heard her solve.
Oh no, of course, but she wants to hear everybody
Yeah,
else's.
but uh, I've been writing mine up, and what we got? I got till the 26th, right, to send that in. I
Yeah, yeah.
got a whole month.
Well, the way it looks is pretty easy. She has mentioned she's interjected herself in what, four different cases trying to sue for it, and she interjected. So, hell, it can't be that hard. Anyone can interject in a case, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab a drink,
Yeah.
Bill. I'll be right back.
All right. Oh. Yes. But nice weather, so I got to work on the car. Got that. Put some fresh antifreeze in, and didn't do a whole lot else today. Went into town.
Hell, we're back into like the 20s and snowing and shit here, man.
Yeah. You like the frog?
I like what John says. Try suing for being offended that she is offended. Well, I'm tired of being. She says she's the victim, and she's subjected to harassment. And man, I don't have a degree in law. I never once said I will sue you until you said it to me first. First, you're intimidating and threatening me, Barbara, and then of course I'm going to retaliate. Well, I'll sue you then. What the hell? Sue me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like we're not even part of that lawsuit. You know?
And yet, how many paragraphs you and I are talked about, and we're not
Yeah.
named as a defendant.
Yeah. She's got 18 counts against me, and I don't know. She didn't. She forgot to put you on that list. What happened?
I slipped through that one, didn't I?
Yeah. She didn't even get you.
Well, before the subpoenas, or not the subpoena, before the affidavits would put in, I had a few counts, man. I had quite a few counts. I forget how many. I think I was double digit counts. Hell, I
Yeah.
still thought it was I, the the plaintiff is Barbara, the defendant is Greg, and yet Greg's name isn't mentioned till page 9. Page 9. I come in, me and you, Bill, are talked about before the main defendant. How is that possible, man? Who you suing here?
Yeah.
And I don't understand this Cyclops. She has us all like we're all one person anymore. All of us. We're like one and she runs all this because she said something and someone disagreed and gave their opinion. All of a sudden, they're attacking her. No, they're giving their redirection, just like you do. Someone says something and you don't disagree. Well, you speak up and say why you disagree. That's not fucking harassment. That's not attacking. That's called
Yeah.
redirection in a court of law.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's gut wrenching, man. Gut wrenching. And then to put the blame on us as if it's our fault. No, it's your fault. You shouldn't have threatened and intimidated. And hell, the first time I ever talked to her, she told me go fuck myself. The first time I ever talked to her, go fuck yourself straight. I'm like, God damn, nice to meet you too, Barbara.
Oh, well, I settled the question of, do I order it online, my coil, or for my car, or do I go get it at the local parts place? And online was one third the price, $52. And I only have to wait till Thursday or Monday. I'm gonna have it come over, show up, send it to my neighbor's place. I don't have to go pick it up.
Yeah, that would
So
suck
far,
having to pick up everything.
go 40 miles to get something at the post office. I
Yeah.
gotta change my PO box somewhere close here, and so that I gotta get new cards, business cards with a new phone number, new PO box. Um, yeah, confirm and pay budget. Yeah.
Are you signed up for Amazon Business?
No.
I got a thing about a month ago because of my YouTube channel. I was using that name when I got stuff shipped to me, and out
Yeah.
of the blue, I get a thing saying, "Hey, you qualify for Amazon Business. Are you interested? Free to sign up, and we'll give you $100 off your first order." I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm interested." I
Oh
I
yeah,
spent
Amazon pissed me off. What, 3 years ago? Maybe 4 years. 3 years ago, I think. Maybe it was 4 years ago. They pissed me off on my birthday, right? My birthday's the 31st of March. And on the 30th of March, they took $99 for Amazon Prime. That was the money I was saving for my birthday because I don't get paid until the like the the fifth or so,
right.
So I had that money saved so I could go out and have a few drinks on my birthday, and they took my birthday money, and I haven't bought anything from Amazon since then.
Yeah, I used to get all the time, man. Hey, you qualify for 30 days free Amazon Prime. I'm like, no, man, no. Everyone qualifies. No, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Oh, you get your, shipping's faster and it's cheaper and free. Nope, don't. Now, if you were running a big business and you were doing a lot of, ordering from them shit, yeah, it's worth the money. But no, I go in
Yeah.
spurts, man.
Yeah. And never sign up near your birthday for the annual fee to come out.
Yeah, yeah.
um, Like when I sign up for my phone, I signed up on the 10th of the month. That way, my money's in the bank before they take the payment. What do? They always try and take it the last day of the month. It's like, why do you take it just before I get paid when I have nothing in my frickin' account? I like my bills to come out when I get paid. I pay my bills, and
Yeah.
then I know what I have left is for the rest of the month. You know, and, and just before payday, you're getting low on funds again. Usually,
Well, like I said, I took advantage of that $100 first order thing. I ordered me another 100-watt solar panel I'm going to put on top of the roof to make it 300. I ordered it came to like 159, so I ended up paying $59 for it. So it was worth it to me.
well, I think I got 5 100-watt solar panels for $400. And you know how the Class A RVs, the slide out has an awning on it.
Right.
Well, I got threw that awning away, and my awning on my slide out is solar panels. I
Oh,
put
cool.
hinges on them, and when it comes in, they hang on the side of the RV.
Nice.
So, and I even got rollers on them, so they hold it down. I All you gotta do is roll it out, roll it in, and put hinges on them. Need a they need you know how when you put the awning on, and you got that little like plastic dowel through the fabric that's looped around it, and you slide it down that channel.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I need an alternate, 12-foot long, maybe it's 12 or 14 foot, whatever my awning, my side is here. I need one of them, a rod that'll fit in that channel, but has a piano hinge on it coming off of it, that you can screw the other side of the hinge to the solar panels, and you can slide it on there instead of the awning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to hold it in that track. Yeah, the same thing that the track that
Yeah,
holds it on. Yeah.
could probably braze or weld one together. It could probably just a couple of a little wire on either side welded on, brazed onto the hinge that would slide in and not come out.
The first time I came across one of those, the track that you're talking about, you put the awning, I was amazed that that little piece of like the one I was working, it was plastic. That little piece of plastic with cloth in that channel kept that awning on, man. I was amazed.
Yeah.
It's because it like dissipates the pressure throughout that whole track, right?
Yeah. Well, mine, if you live in your RV full time and that awning is out, the sun destroys it in about a year and a half. You know, you got to
Yeah.
get a new one. Both did a swan dive, jumped off the printer. Um, what you think Egyptian gods are kachinas? I do.
Yeah, sure.
You know, even Ganesh is basically is a man with an elephant head.
Yeah, Hinduism has hundreds of gods, man.
Yeah,
They're considered the same principle, kachinas. Yeah.
yeah. Um, I seen stuff shown in the sculptures that there were people with beards here, and the Indian, the Hopi say so too.
Yeah, Anunnaki, the Anunnaki, man.
Yeah, yeah, they say there were white men here before they left. They be coming back. We know they're coming back someday.
Yeah,
Oh, wonder what the uh, you know, the cultural barriers back then were, because they seemed to think that these white people were gods.
they didn't understand technology. That's what made them gods because they didn't understand their technology.
Yeah,
But one thing's clear throughout the entire planet: gods love gold. Every fucking
yeah.
one of them loves gold.
Well, you know, way back then that they had the mammoths here, but they also had giant buffalo, or a buffalo that was maybe 4 times the size of buffalo we have now. And they had the woolly rhino, and camels originated in North America.
That's going way back, isn't it?
No, just 12,000 years, 13,000 years. They had camels here and short-legged horses. They only had short-legged horses. That's why I say you could put your whole family on a mammoth. You put one or two people on a horse, but you get your whole family on a mammoth.
And all their belongings.
Yeah, yeah, and the canoe. Yeah, they probably even had the mammoths drag them up the river.
I wonder if they sheared them for their wool or whatever, their hair.
I don't know. I think they hunted from on their backs, and occasionally one of these giant buffalo or a woolly rhino might kill the mammoth. You know that they were hunting on, and then they'd eat the mammoth. But mostly, I this area I found, I think the little box canyons were corrals for the elephants. They kept the elephants in there. That was their corrals, kind of.
That makes sense.
It's where they can keep them contained. You can imagine the walls they had to keep them in. He's like something from King Kong.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to build a wood fence to keep them in. No.
Yeah, I don't think they had shock collars either. And the pyramid here, it points to north. The direction it points north, you draw a straight line off of that, and you take the a straight line off of north from that place in Peru, not Nazca, the other one, the place that's pre before the Earth tilted. But those two, so the north line off of each of them, and it meets just off the coast of Greenland, about 20 miles or so off the coast of Greenland.
That was the original True North,
That's where the lines cross, yeah.
right?
And then something. Oh, they found a meteor crater up there that is like right near where the North Pole was, and it like came straight and would have Kachink moved it, you know. would have been a problem, and that's what killed off all the big mammoths and the camels and all that stuff, and the unicorns.
Can't forget the unicorns, man. They went with them. Pegasus too. Wasn't that the flying horse? Pegasus.
Pegasus, yeah, the winged horse.
Yeah, Pegasus too.
Yeah, when it's Dallas, they had a big Pegasus on this one building. I remember when I was there. I went and seen Golden Earring and uh, Knight Rider, or is that the band Knight Rider or Night
Night
Ranger?
Ranger.
Night
Night Ranger.
Ranger,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Night Ranger and Golden Earring I seen at the Dallas Convention Center.
Wow, that's a strange combination, especially Golden Earring, man. They're an old timer. They're like humble pie days and shit.
It was 2 different days, I think.
I did see Night Ranger and Warrant here in Ohio years back. They were touring together.
Uh,
I think White Snake too. I think maybe it was Warrant and White Snake. Yeah.
I was always down at this bar, the Ritz in Dallas. 80, 83, 84. That was one of my favorite bars to go to. It was an old movie theater.
Yeah, those are nice, especially the balcony.
Yeah, yeah, it had the balcony. There were pool tables up in the balcony area, you know.
Yeah.
And they'd have bands.
I always like places like that balcony because the acoustics was better, I thought, and you could watch everything on the floor, man. You could see everything going on down there.
Yeah, I remember one time, man. Oh, whatever. I was lucky to get home, I'll say that.
I think that could be said at about almost every concert back then, man. I'm glad to be home.
You could see that roadside, that sobriety checkpoint up ahead, you know? Hit the brakes. Car went into this field and it hit something underneath that bent stuff underneath the car. But I thought, oh shit, now I'm fucked. And it was, oh, it's still rolling. Oh, good, go. And I went up the ramp the wrong way to avoid that thing. Got home. I went up the wrong way to get it, and then went the right way. I only used the ramp.
Right.
And then right way once I got I went back up the ramp I just came off or something. And took a different route home. And then I sold that car for $100. Ford Pinto. It had hit the cross member under the engine and pushed the engine against the firewall. It was rattling. I sold it like that.
Did you ever see Uriah Heep back in the day?
I might have. I think I did somewhere. Where was they? California Jam 2? Were they? Because I think I seen it on the list of bands. It was at one of the concerts I went to.
Yeah, they're on tour right now in Europe, man, and they're coming to America. I think the closest they're going to be to me is Milwaukee, I believe.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about
they might have been. Were they at the Give Me Shelter concert?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was.
They played a lot in California, man. 70s. They played a lot of concerts in California. Well, there was a lot of concerts in California going on.
That was 1969. I go there, and the hills are black with people.
Yeah.
Just hills turn black. They're usually golden brown, grass, golden grass in the hills of California. Yeah, we ain't gonna be intimidated. Uh, w- having her pissed off helps us.
Well, I just don't. I don't get it. I don't, man. I don't. Okay, I
Yeah,
get that you're pissed off that for whatever reason you think the Fenn family. I get she's pissed off that it didn't work out the way she had wanted it or planned it to. But it doesn't
yeah,
mean to legally threaten, intimidate, and attack anyone, especially an ignorant layman as myself, for giving
yeah,
my opinions on your actions. Like Bill, you said it earlier. People seem to forget Forrest was how old? 89 years old. This is the end of his
yeah,
life. His wife's not doing good. He's 89 years old. The treasure, the thrill of the chase is his legacy. And he goes out knowing this woman is out there doing.
yeah. He told,
That's heartbreaking, man.
yeah, he probably told her to get the fuck out of here. I don't know. That, then say I found this car part in 2016. I found that car part, right? And if that car part is the solution, then she has nothing because she didn't even start till 18. You know,
Yeah,
I understood that it was in his will that nobody would have it until after he was passed away. He was taking it. He told everybody he was taking it to the grave.
yeah.
What made anybody think they could find it before then?
Well, the challenge was to rob his grave, and he laughed about it. He
Yeah,
dared people to rob his grave. Read the
yeah,
yeah, read the side of the dust cover, man, the inside jacket of the dust cover. He
yeah,
dared people to rob his freaking grave.
yeah. And he says, if you do this, then you can go home with it. He didn't say you would find it, but you can go home like it's the prize that you take home. You know, when when I was 4 years old, I went on Christmas Eve. We went to the matinee at the theater, and my parents dropped us. My mother dropped us off, me and my sister, I guess. I couldn't even read the numbers on my ticket, but they had a drawing for the Stingray bicycle, and they called the numbers out, and I showed my ticket to my sister. She says, "You won, you won." I did, cool. So, you know, I went home with it. Did I find it, or did I go home with it, or was and the thing was, Santa Claus rode that bicycle down the aisle, and I can't read the numbers, and I still win. And I remember riding that bicycle through the house, through the kitchen, through the dining room, through the living room, through the family room, back through the kitchen, in the circle around the core of the house. And I still got a scar on my chin from falling off that bike. Now I got it from Santa Claus.
The good old days, man. I remember those days, Santa Claus.
Yeah, I think
Christmas
I
was
was
exciting.
I was like 6. Yeah. If I had been 64, 65. And then we moved from Mountain View over to Fremont. And so the bike was a year or two old. And I took it to school and I had it locked up, and somebody stole it from the school. So the insurance got me a new one.
So, Bill, I've been looking into it. Have you found any legal way that she can bring us into this lawsuit? Because I haven't.
No,
But I'm not a lawyer. I'm just an
I think
ignorant layman.
she'd have to have us named and all that, and it's not proper jurisdiction.
Yeah, I couldn't find any statutes that would allow
Well,
her
copyright.
to
Yeah,
incorporate us into an ongoing copyright infringement. She seems to forget this is a copyright infringement lawsuit, not defamation. It's called
yeah,
copyright infringement.
yeah. I think she has to go to some other jurisdictions, um, you know.
And open
And
up
I'm
another
lucky.
case.
I'm lucky because I'm not in Ohio. It'd be easier for her then.
Well, I've
But
said it many times. You keep putting hell, you and I's name was put into a temporary restraining order in Santa Fe against Greg last year. Why are
yeah,
you and I in? It wasn't
what
the
do I got to
restraining
do
order
with it?
wasn't about us.
Yeah.
What's happening, Dizzy?
Oh, am I not paying attention? I got. No, it's just you. I haven't been watching the list of people trying to join. There hadn't been anybody, I guess.
I was looking down, filling my bowl, and like when chat comes up on the side, it like comes in the window, right? Like pops in real quick, and it caught my eye, and I looked up, and it was Dizzy. Yeah, I just don't. I don't. I but once again, I'm just an ignorant layman. What do I know? But I couldn't find any statute that would allow her to incorporate you or me into an ongoing copyright infringement lawsuit.
Right. What do we got? We got nothing to do with that. But she's made some accusations about me that need to be brought up.
Yeah, let's start with criminal stalking.
Yeah.
That's one I want to talk about.
Yeah. Fucking. Um. No such thing happened.
Well, my only conclusion at the end of my research, and once again, I'm just an ignorant layman, but my research said there's no way she's going to have to open up another lawsuit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you open up. What are you going to open it up with? Defamation. But what's that defamation based on? That defamation is based on her belief that she is the solver and I'm defaming her. Well, what? It's an easy fix here, and I'll tell her my game plan just to give her a heads up. I don't want to have any foul play beforehand. So it's a
Yeah.
very easy defense, very easy. You prove that you are the solver beyond a shadow of a doubt, Barbara, and that's the only way defamation can be proved in this case. Period. And even then, you have to prove the things I have said about you were false or untrue. You can't. Good luck with that one.
Um. Yeah. If it came down to I guarantee my solution is a hell of a lot better than hers. I
Well,
have physical evidence.
if she could prove beyond a shadow of a doubt, Bill, she would have done sued Jack. No
Yeah,
ifs, ands, or buts about it. You would sue the person that is, according to records, is in possession and is the finder. You would sue them if you could. If this verified pleading is what you say it is, it's the all God honest truth, and just no one believes it. Well, then you would have done sued Jack, but you didn't.
yeah,
Why? Because you know, and as well as everyone else knows, it's not a verified pleading. It's just your belief.
yeah.
Kind of hard to argue facts in a case or in a court of law when it's all speculation.
I was wondering, did Dizzy Dean, you back from China, huh? Chinaman Jim or whatever was looking for you. Hey, Dana. Yeah, there's my sister in the chat. Street.
Hey, how you doing, man? Bill's sister, Dana.
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 Yeah.
I got bad eyesight.
There's two lands.
Yeah, I just Danna. Yep.
Yeah. See, double blazes, double bills, right? This is I was Bill. Now ain't that William? That's double omegas, ain't it?
Yeah.
You can't leave her alone, Lucky. She's involved us in a court thing, and you can't just let her. You have to you have to say what she's telling the court is a flat out lie. I've never talked her.
Well, this is coming from Lucky Digger. I mean, she is the everyone hide their balloons, man. She every chat room she goes in, she just starts gossiping shit. Don't you, Lucky? And you're telling us to leave someone alone. That's pretty ironic.
Yeah. And see, my sister says we call you Bill because we always had to call you twice. And I told you, Forrest, he has said anything he says twice is important.
Five
Are you
Leaf
threatening
says
me? Are you threatening me? Huh?
Five Leaf says I have a ban on my channel. I got him blocked. I'll have to look. I don't remember ever blocking you, Five Leaf.
Did you have a moderator?
Yeah, I have moderators.
Well, one of your moderators probably done it.
Yeah,
I,
I
I,
don't.
I was watching.
If I did, I don't remember doing it.
I was watching Ben earlier, and Ghost Dancer was having trouble with one of Ben's moderators, and Ghost Dancer said something, and so Ben only saw the tail end of the argument, didn't know what the argument was about, and I don't know if Ghost got blocked or what on Ben's. I don't know what's going on there, but
Well, there's sometimes when I do lives, I don't even look at chat, and I always apologize. I get caught up in a thought,
hey,
man. I
Grant,
just kind of drift off and stare into space and rant for a few minutes, man. I might have. I don't know. I'll check into it. Five Leaf. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, Dan is up, so I think in Northern California and not far from Davio, I think. If you're near, if you're near anywhere near Grass Valley, Davio's up there. Ben was on earlier. I must have been busy. Yeah, Ben was on earlier. Yes. Okay, then Ahmad is being rather touchy and can't. That old blood, right? Yeah. Yeah. I've taken people's wrenches away for taking out my friends. uh, yeah.
I don't have good oil pressure. I can't climb hills. Yeah, I agree with you. My oil pressure's shot too, man. There ain't no hill climbing with me either.
uh,
I'll be
oh,
waiting
I
down in the shade with cool refreshments when everyone gets back.
that reminds me, I have an appointment for an oil change tomorrow. So I got to go to town again. Ben doesn't watch his chat much. Nope. He's smoking weed every day. I have this Benny Goodman song on my MP3 thing that plays in the car, and it's uh, Texas Tea, Texas Tea Time or something. It, and it's a baby, where do you hide my tea?
Benny Goodman played the flute, didn't he?
I don't know what he played. I thought I thought he played trumpet. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe
I
he
know.
played the flute.
What Glenn? Who? Goodman? No, wait a minute. Shit, you got Tommy Dorsey, the Tommy Dorsey band. Maybe Tommy Dorsey's the one that played the flute. Yeah, they each had those big band leaders. They all played like one of them played the trombone, didn't he?
He
Yeah,
had a whole band.
yeah.
Tommy, Tommy Dorsey. Yeah, yeah. And I seen
Well, there
Herb
was,
Alpert.
yeah, it was clarinet or flute. Yeah, something like that. It was that long cylindrical thing, man.
With the hook on the end.
Clarinet. Benny Goodman. Yeah. Glenn Miller. You had the Glenn Miller. He was the trombone, I think. Isn't that the one with the sliding like arm? That's a trombone.
Yeah, that's a trombone with the slide.
I grew up. My mom and dad were big into big band and swing. Man, they grew up in Chicago during the 20s, 30s. Yeah, I grew up listening to all those old fucking Big Bang eras and swing.
Yeah. You know what? You got a good sized glass bowl, and all the stuff builds up around the outside of the bowl, and it's about an eighth inch thick or so, and you shave it off, and it's like hash. That's some good stuff, ain't it?
Wow, I
um,
guess your sister. I must have jumped into the conversation weird. I guess your sister, the oil pressure comment was about her vehicle. I thought she meant like tuckered out and don't climb mountain. Don't go hiking in the mountains no more.
no, her she's got my dad's '65 Ford F-250.
Okay, never mind then. I thought you meant. I thought you meant like running out of gas, climbing or hiking hills.
And the engine's been rebuilt too many times. It's beyond its It needs a new engine.
Yeah, is the bot being California, the body is still in good shape then, huh?
Oh yeah, still got dents in the hood that've been there forever.
Well,
Yeah,
one thing
Dan
you
is
say
thir-
you say California car, and that instantly my brain says little to no rust. Things don't rust unless you're like along the coast or some shit, and you get the salt air coming in.
yeah, yeah. My sister's 13 months older than me. Exactly. She's the first. I'm the 31st. Yeah, I think Dana and Luli, I think you two are the same age. Heinz ketchup. Or no, that's not ketchup. That's 57 sauce. Yeah. Hey, granted, what do you think about that? That it's the Buffalo Cowboy car was traced off of the car in Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. I took I copied the drawing off of the page, where you select it and it just it so you select the background and it outlines all the drawing, and you copy the drawing out, and you cut all the background out of the drawing, the color, and then you take I flipped it over and or mirrored it, and then put it over the top of the one in the movie, the Indiana Jones and Crystal Skull, and it was perfect match. It's like it's the same car. That when he drew it for the Buffalo Cowboy car in the Thrill of the Chase. He traced the car from Indiana Jones movie. All you got to do is do a screenshot, you know, and print it on a paper and draw on a transparent thing over the top of it, or the light through it. You draw on another piece of paper.
Right. Is your
And
sister familiar with the Barbara saga? What you're going through?
I don't think so. Not much.
Uh, what a good
Yeah,
night to be in the chat.
yeah, yeah. I'm getting younger every day. I got video of my grandmother, and she was 92 or 93, and she's sitting there. She says, "I'm gonna live forever. I'm never gonna die." Eh, but she died like, well, it was a year or two after I got that recording of her.
Sounds like a happy recording to listen to, though.
Yeah. I'm
She was
never
definitely
gonna die.
she was smiling and laughing when she said it, right?
Yep. She lived to 94. Her grandfather lived to be 99.
Yeah, I just
Or was
me
that her
personally,
father?
I don't want to live. I don't want to live that old, man. I don't.
99.
I don't. No, hell, that sounds terrifying, man. Every day is every
Mhm.
minute is goddamn struggle, man. No,
Well, you think, okay, okay, another 30 years, that'll get you close to 90, right? So Think that 30 years ago, 1990, what you were doing, and that's the 30 years. What have you done in between then and now?
Yeah.
I've done quite a bit of things, quite a few things.
She had 8 to 10 husbands.
Grandma, yeah, 9, I think it was. One of
Was
them she
she
married a couple times.
was she like outliving them? They were like dying off beforehand, or
She was a retired cocktail waitress. World War II cocktail waitress.
right?
She worked, in Monterey Bay, near Cannery Row, and probably not far from there. Carmel.
So she had to be good looking, man. She had to be attractive to be a
Yeah, she
cocktail
married
waitress.
three guys twice.
Hell, I bet you she made killer tips then, man.
She must not have married for money because she didn't leave us anything.
She married for love, damn it, Bill. It was love.
Or it depends on who handled her, you know. Um,
So the guy she married 3 times, would that be considered the love of her life if she married him 3 times, or she just couldn't get enough of the misery? What was going
I
on
don't
with that
know.
3 timer?
must have been
Well,
must have been something financial.
no, she married 3 of them twice. I'm like, shit. I don't know. Let's give it a go, man. Maybe it'll work this time. At least she was persistent. Damn it, you got to give her that much, man.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
willing to give it
grandma
a try
was.
again.
But grandma was disgusted with the sounds we made with soap after we were washing our hands after we worked on the car. He's squishing the soap in your hands, and that was disgusting to her. You know. But I used to give grandma a joint for Christmas. I'd give her a couple joints for Christmas. I'd roll it. I'd fold it up in a paper towel, and I noticed when she went back to the bathroom, and I went and waited out in the hall. I waited in the hall for her to come out, and I'd hand her joints for Christmas. Oh, thank you, thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. Thank you very much. and, and that was 40 years ago. We used to go down. I remember going to the beach in Carmel and Monterey. We'd go down there, and we always spent like an hour or hour and a half sometimes waiting for grandma to get ready. She was never ready when we got there. But we had to drive through Fort Ord during Vietnam War. I remember driving through Fort Ord. There were thousands of soldiers marching everywhere. You know, anymore it's just abandoned. There's nobody there. So where did all the soldiers go?
Off to Vietnam.
Yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me. I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. Five,
Country
6, 7. Open up the pearly gates. Ain't no time to wonder why. Whoopee! We all gonna die.
Country Joe and the Fish.
Yeah.
Woodstock, circa
Give me an
1969.
F. Here's one for Barbara. Give me an F. Give me an O. Give me a C. Give me a kid! What's that smell? Give me a fuck?
I'm not a big Kid Rock fan, but I do like some of his songs, not all of them. That "We the People," man, I came across that today, and it was like, shit, this is 2 years old. I don't remember this fucking song. I love that song. Have you listened to that yet?
Yeah. Well, my sister's booked him at her bar.
Really?
Yeah, she booked Country Joe, played at her bar. The bar. Well, I call her, but she was the manager. If she's the manager, I guess it was her bar, right? Somebody else owned it, but she was the manager.
Yeah, it's her bar.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. She talked with Country Joe. Nice, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where Country Joe. That's where all of Country Joe's 8 children conceived. Is that defamation?
Not if it's true, it ain't.
Steve owned it. Yeah. Yeah. Steve comes out, the owner of the place, comes out. We're out in the patio smoking a joint. He comes up. He goes, we don't allow the smoking of marijuana on company premises. And I said, oh, you want me to put it out? And he says, no, if you pass it to me, it'll be just fine. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and they had the Blue Moon next door, was the club next day. Same. He owned Blue Moon too, right? Um, Two different places, but they both, based on video games and stuff. What's your problem over there, Jack? Huh? He's rolling in his chair, rubbing his ears. Oh, I know what Jack wants. Ah. Whoa! What's on the roof, Jack? What's climbing on the roof, huh? You gonna get him? Oh. And the chimes chime in. Yeah, I had filed a lawsuit in Oregon back in 2012 against the Oregon Attorney General to get my driver's license back, and I got my driver's license back. Yeah. But I was wanting them to pay because they messed up my student loans and shit too.
For damages.
Yeah. Yeah, because I couldn't go to the class and it screwed me out of my, program I was in. Cost me a lot of money, and it was bullshit. stuff from California that statute of limitations had run out on it 20 years prior. They just wouldn't let it. They just kept making it so, oh, well, we can do this for 30 years, 35 years. It's like we never give up, you know? But everything's good now, and I have according to Experian, an excellent credit score. uh, yeah, I was burning the stuff that was stuck to the walls of my bowl.
Yeah, those are heavy hits. I call it. It's heavy, man. It sets heavy in your lungs. You can tell you got some smoke in there.
You know, you can't go to Walmart and cough anymore. You know, you feel like, oh fuck, man, I gotta clear my throat. What do I do? You know, Joe who what? Joe Walsh. Awesome. I just watched Jim Neighbors sing. Was it "God Bless America" or something? It was from the TV show, from the Gomer Pyle show, because the sergeant was there and everything. You know.
Was it one of the Was he wearing his blues uniform or his greens?
Yeah. He was wearing his
Yeah, that
Marines.
he got in a couple competitions. I do remember one. Yeah, God Bless America. You said.
I think that's what it was. I can't remember.
Yeah,
But
whatever
yeah,
his baritone or whatever they call his type of voice, man, it was fucking like unbelievable. It would rock.
yeah,
It used to
right
bring
out
people
of,
to tears.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I had him with some of my. I've been. I can use any picture to animate it. You know, and that was one of them. I was going to I had animated on something. I've made a bunch of them that I haven't posted online. But
Yeah, I meant to ask you about that, Bill. What kind of a grown adult makes cartoons? Who does that, Bill? For God's sake.
well, a friend of mine, his uncle was the guy who did Popeye cartoons and stuff. But
Well, when I first heard that, I was like, well, shit, I can think of a lot of multimillionaires that do it with the creators of South Park,
Walt
Family
Disney,
Guy, I mean, Futurama. I know a lot of grown adults that do that shit, man. They make good money out of it, matter of fact.
Walt Disney, you know.
Yeah, I mean, shit, the list goes on and on, man.
I like how it's not really hard to do where I had him, you know, like the courtroom thing, you know, because I had an audio that and so I would just record all the characters, you know, with that audio, and usually it's just two, you know, two people back and forth, and so I record them both, and then I just, you know, cut from one. I could use whichever one, either one, and yeah, and you just cut and switch to the other one and show that one, and you know, it's
I like that other statement she made too, that who researches people? Who does that? Well, I've heard her talk about researching people, haven't you?
yeah, yeah. There you go. Hey, John, Dana is my sister. She's the one with the Ford truck, my '65 Ford pickup with the engine that's been rebuilt 10 times. Dan, John's a good mechanic. But you're in California, so he can't help you. But uh, yeah,
What if
it's a
I wonder if it would be profitable for like a mechanic, like John, for example, ASE certified or whatever, a mechanic would do like live sessions. Like you could like book a session, say, "Hey man, I'm going to do my brakes. Can you walk me through this?" And like get $29.99 or what. Sit there and walk you through. I wonder if it'd be profitable for him, man.
teaching people how to do them,
Yeah,
or just
instead of
telling
people
people
Googling, instead
at
of putting up
people.
YouTube videos, actually have a live chat with you, man, where you like, all right, take that off, and when you get that off, I'll be right back. And
Everybody would have to need the same repair at the same time.
well, that's what I mean. You'd have to book like different, yeah.
Yeah, he could do a live spark plug change.
And it doesn't have to be a solid call. It could be like, okay, man, take off that plastic piece there, 4 bolts, unscrew them, use a 9/16 socket, blah blah. Call me back when you get that done. Call back. All right. Yeah, you could juggle them around like air traffic controllers.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got an oil change on 5 and a brake job on 6. Hold on a minute, 5. I'm coming right back. Okay, 6. Now you're gonna want to jack that up, take that cotter pin out.
Well, my RV actually doesn't have a parking brake. I had to pull. I went to a dump station in Redding, California. It was a convenience store that had a dump station, right? And I paid to use the dump station, and I dumped the tank in the RV, and I had all put, and I was ready to go, and went put it in. It wouldn't go anywhere. The braking system's hydraulic, and if the hydraulics not working, the brake stays locked. So the hydraulics don't work, so the brake was locked, and the only way to unlock it was to pull this pin out. Take the C ring off, and then pull this pin out. And I pulled that pin out, and I haven't had it in there. Shit, that was 2015. Had to be.
Wow.
Yeah. And I've been since 2015 without brakes. It's auto park is what it's called in the big truck.
Yeah. It's another fine example of a safety feature to help us that actually hinders us and is useless. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I got. It's like I can't just. So what I do when I go somewhere, I'll either use the lifting jacks for parking brakes. So when I stop, I'll put the back uh, jacks down, and jack the back wheels off the ground basically, and you're sitting on them two pistons, and then or I have a uh, when I stop, I put a stick. I got a stick that I jam between the brake pedal and the seat. It holds the brake pedal down, and I get out and I put I have these chocks that I put on either side of the front wheel, like at a gas station. I put and I have a rope that comes up into the cab, and so then when I'm ready to go, I put my foot on the brake and pull the chocks out with the rope, pull them inside, and go. But it's really scary. So the one place I camp, it's like if this thing rolls, it's going in the canyon. You know.
Get you some of the chalks. They make them, but you can get
Yeah.
wood. Carry. I carry just with my van. I get it's probably a 2 foot section. I got two of them of 4x4 treated lumber 4x4s.
Yeah.
I just shove them in. If it's going downhill, I'll shove them in front of the two
But
front tires.
yeah, I have wood blocks with hole drilled through them and a rope with a knot, and so I put the wood blocks there, and I can pull them off. You know,
Yeah, front and back,
when
like the airplanes.
the
Yeah.
the wheel's right under the driver's seat, so you can roll up on one, roll back on the other, and get them out.
What's happening at Wayfarer? How's your
Yeah.
weekend been?
Yeah, my fingertips are starting to go. My feet are totally neuropathy, and now my fingertips are that starting up. So I guess it might take 15, 20 years for that to, and then I'll be ready to. Yeah, I can't imagine 15, 20 years. That's probably about as. But they're supposed to be coming up with things that they'll be able to grow you any body part brand new. You know, they're already doing that.
Yeah, they are. Hell, I can
There's
see I can see them 3D
dedication
printing
to
body parts
maybe
built
your
on some
lungs
at some
are.
point.
Yeah, yeah, he's got arthritis, Dan. Um, yep. Just dropped my lighter. Dang it! It went into the black hole. Of course. Yeah, John knows that when you drop a wrench or something, it goes into the black hole. You never. It'll find the hardest place to get to. But the lighter went right there on the floor, right in front of me. Yeah, works great. Voltaren. Yeah, sure. Okay.
I have a daughter that works at a doctor's office, and she brings me tubes of that all the time, free samples that they get. They're good sized tubes. I've been using that stuff for a while now. That Voltaren.
Yeah.
I use it on my knees and my hands.
My fingers are. It's the fingertips are kind of numb. And then it'll spread after a while. It'll go travel up the fingers and then up to the wrist, and you know.
What's some good like is vitamin E is good for your circulation and blood system. Vitamin E, garlic, I
Yeah, I
think.
take a big old vitamin E every day.
Yeah. Hell,
I
even
take this handful of pill, but half of it's vitamins. Vitamins, thyroid, some Lyrica, a allergy pill. And I just seen the rheumatologist last week. Yeah, okay, we'll see you again next January. I said, no, 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 don't make me an appointment up here in January. It'll snow. You know, I don't like going 250 miles each way in the snow. Now, uh, should we get clearance from Barbara to talk about medical conditions? Do we have to have approval from the Attorney General or anything?
Yeah, we
Really?
maybe. Yeah, maybe we should table that conversation till we have confirmation.
Yeah, yeah. A layman giving legal advice. I'm not
Yeah,
getting. I'm just reading a web page. Dingbat. Can you tell I was
yeah.
reading a page? I was reading something off the internet. And where is it?
We're just
It's probably some university, Cornell, or I think it was Harvard.
yeah, we're just a
Um,
couple of ignorant laymen. That's all we are. Don't mind us
yeah,
none.
yeah. Um, Student defense. KJK. What's KJK? I don't know. Oh, student athlete KJK publications intended for information purposes. That's where I got it from KJK Defense. Oh, I looked it up and I was just reading what it said. What was my? Are they going to take my birthday away for talking about that street?
They could. 1 to 5, I think, is what it's 1 to 5, I do believe. You will lose 1 to 5 birthdays, man.
Oh, great. They can take a few
Uh,
away. Yeah, they can take a few off that way. Put me
yeah,
back
I'm
at.
willing to roll the dice. I'm a gambling man. I'm willing to roll the dice.
I'll go back to being 59 anytime.
Well, I have no problem and I have no guilt or shame standing up for my God-given rights in this country. No shame or nothing. I don't feel bad about it one bit. I'm not the one who started this fight.
Yeah, but I go back to being about 35. So what are you gonna what if you're reincarnated? What are you gonna come back as, or what time period? You can go back in time. Remember, you can go back in time or forward in time. When you leave, they say, "What do you want to do next?"
That's a good question, man.
Because if you plan on it, then it's easier to get there if you
Well,
already know before you go.
I want to be a god on earth. That's what I want to be, a god on earth. So whatever year that happened,
Well,
who knows?
I
It's
think
kind of blurry anymore.
ain't that what Hillary asked for?
Yeah, that didn't work out too good, did it? I'm an independent, though. I got that going for me. I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I'm independent.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to not 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 uh, not be one of the powerful, you know.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't be ruled over by them.
No, not dictators and tyrants.
Yeah, yeah, you
If
know.
they're elected to oversee our well being, they pretty much put their hand on a Bible, swear to God, whatever their God is, swear to God that they will uphold the laws of this land, and their every action for 4 years is representing us, the people. Have you ever talked to any of the presidents? Have they asked you what you wanted? Nope.
Um, did I talk to any presidents? No, no. But I seen a couple of them. Right, Dana knows who passed on the highway in California. Yeah, we Kennedy's motorcade went past us by Moffett Field
Wow.
on 101 there.
Jack or Bobby?
Jack.
Yeah. Either one of them would have been a thrill, man. They were a power duo, man. They really were.
Yeah.
That's why they got shot. Both of them. They were
Yeah,
dangerous to the system.
because
They were
that's
dangerous to the system, so they got shot. They were eliminated.
yeah.
And that's
I
supposed
was
to be.
I was in kindergarten when that happened, playing with these blocks, building a castle.
I was just a matter of months old. I think like 6, 7, 8 months old when
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy was killed.
Yeah, and I've seen I was in Dallas one time. Got off the freeway, came up to the light, and the motorcade cars, they blocked the intersection, so you had to sit there and wait at the intersection while this parade of they had like 6, 7 ambulances and all that, but it was George Bush, because that was like 80s, during Reagan's time. It was Bush Senior
Yeah.
coming through the intersection, but yeah, I think he was in Dallas that day. That's how we knew it was him.
Well,
And
I've heard people say Putin, he was the head of the KGB, which is like their CIA. Well, Bush, the old man Bush, was the director of the CIA, man, and he became president. So there's no difference in the two, in my opinion.
yeah,
They were both in charge of
yeah,
the most efficient government system to deal with any opposition is the CIA and the KGB. They deal with any opposition.
yeah. Well, even like one dictator make try and call the other one bad.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point, Bill. Exactly.
Yeah. They still think they dominate over people,
Yeah.
rule over people, treat us like we're something less than they are.
Well, I've said it many a times. There's no logical reason for that fucking seatbelt law nationwide. None. The only reason it's there is to keep people alive so you can continue to pay taxes and buy shit. They want you alive. They just want you stupid while you're alive to do what they want. Don't
No,
pay
they
attention.
came up with this virus, and they want everybody dead now. They were successful at killing a lot of people.
Yeah, worldwide pop. That's the scary part. It was an organized worldwide event for population control. I do believe so. Yeah, it makes sense. It's logical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Bushes were involved with the Nazis, like Biden is. All the guys. Nobody wants to help Ukraine out because their militant group. The ones that are there fighting are the Nazis. They have swastikas as part of their uniform and all. And it's like, we know who you are. Heck with it. It'll be over sooner. If they have the less help they have, the sooner it'll be over. They were putting all their equipment so the Russians near apartments or the mall so that people would be so they take out so when the Russia attacks the military that they take out civilians to have big numbers. You know,
Yeah.
it's all
To take.
set up. It's a game they're playing.
Well, yeah. That's the world we live in, man. The bottom line is people are dying over stupid fucking shit because another country's pissed off and wants what they got. Greed,
Yeah,
egotism.
yeah, and they're doing this stuff, and it ain't all that warm there. If it's freezing cold here at night, it's freezing cold there at night. You know, you can't just go hide in the woods, kind of. Not without building a fire, which would give away your location. Yeah, the, Poland is like, well, we'll give them our planes if the U.S. will give us some new jets, and the U.S. give them some new jets, and then Poland says, oh, here's the planes, you can fly them down there for us, U.S. Because we ain't, we're not getting involved. Boy, I'm seeing stuff in my picture that I did a long time ago that I hadn't seen for before,
I just looked up a minute ago and I swore that yellow with the black, it was a duck-billed rabbit, man. I looked up and it's like someone has their hands underneath it, holding it up against like their torso area.
Yeah,
I,
it's a
it,
magic. It's a magic place.
yeah.
There's an elephant loading a woman and a girl into a canoe. They're sitting on his trunk. They're the gray figures, the girl and but that's what the main thing I see in most of that one. But this one is a little. When I use a different style on them, and they're a little different. The colors are different, and so.
Yeah.
But the computer says this is what I see. There's a guy sitting back there in that yellow area. There's people in the background and people in the foreground. It's crazy sometimes.
Well, like Dizzy said, when the UN promises to take care of someone and considers you the ally, then right now, here's how sad, and we call ourselves a civilized planet of race of people. There are people sitting in the UN, I think it's in New York, and they're debating killing people is justified and taking people's land, how justified. And this country's going to rule again. They're gathering their truth. It's like fucking Caesar in Rome and the fucking the Senate, and it's just fucking disgusting. And yet we considered ourselves a civilized human race. And yet you have how much the homeless rate, the addiction rate, the unemployment rate, the poverty rate is growing existentially in our own fucking country. And yet we've been at war for over what, 15, 20 fucking years now? Makes no sense, man.
Yeah.
That's not the people that I want in charge of my family and my future, man. No, they sound like a bunch of fucking idiots.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, it's getting cleaned up. I tell you, there's some stuff going on right now. The indictments are being unsealed. So there's a lot of stuff going to happen real soon.
Well,
And
I'm not calling for an overthrow of our government. I'm calling for our government to do what that fucking Declaration of Independence and all the amendments says it's supposed to fucking do. Do what you're supposed to fucking do. I ain't asking you to. I'm not asking for it to get rid of you all and start anew. No, just do what you're fucking supposed to do. You're not.
it, well, yeah, well, part of that is hanging the traitors, hanging the ones that had the deals with these foreign countries to fuck us and give everything to them. The big guy, got his millions of dollars.
Yep.
That's treason what he did, and so the big guy probably take a big rope.
Well, I just don't think it's asking much of my representatives and the powers to be my own government to do what a document that they were established on for them to abide by that fucking document, man. And they're not.
Yeah.
Starting the wars in other countries saying, we think they got weapons of mass destructions, and then annihilate the whole fucking area, spend waste lives, waste fucking time, money. No, that made no fucking sense. And then it come out, oops, my bad, sorry. Well, he was still a bad guy. Well, what the fuck, man?
Let me see. Yeah, I'm thinking the chase. After I linked that Buffalo Cowboy car drawing to the Indiana Jones movie, Harrison Ford's a pilot, Forrest Fenn's a pilot, the whole crew, uh, Steven Spielberg, Harrison Ford, George Lucas, all of them in Santa Fe, and Forrest Fenn wasn't there. I don't think so. I think one, probably at least one or a couple of them probably stayed in Forrest Fenn's guest house.
Most likely, yeah, during that time frame.
Yeah, in 2007. You know, I think Doug Press, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, South Central America, Doug Preston, Central America. He had to have been uh, an advisor on a technical advisor of some sort, you know, for the film. He had to be involved. Doug talks about writing stuff or helping with movie scripts, right? He hinted at that. Forrest was looking for another Indiana Jones type like himself. Harrison Ford's a pilot.
Right.
And what was in the trunk of the car okay, so the car that they were racing, the Model A Roadster pulls up, and that lead car, that I guess they were Russians or whatever, they had Harrison Ford was in the trunk. And so the trunk was the chest, was where they had the chest on the back of the car before, right? So
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, that Indiana Jones guy, is the treasure. It's the treasure was the person they were looking for. The golden child. That's why I came up with that question. Uh, does the chosen one have a choice?
No.
Yeah, if they tell you you are the chosen one, oh well, okay, I guess I got to play along now. And that's how when you think about it, that's how it. It's like the life of Brian. Did he have a choice? Uh, what? Okay, that would be a good Mel Brooks movie. What if Jesus was the Joker? No, not as in Batman, but
Right.
a comedian. Because you can look at life as funny, you know. And even if you're reincarnated, then what's it matter if you die? Because you're coming back.
Yeah.
It doesn't end. That's the only way it could be eternal, is if it never ends. You just keep coming back.
Well, Dizzy made a comment, man, that kind of set me off thinking. Um, Great Britain and U.S. because of the nuclears. When Russia fell, we swooped in, said we got your back. Blah 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 blah. Here's the dilemma, man. Um, if we was to step in right now, we would have to have a what they call a coalition, and it would have to be more than UK. It would have to be a substantial coalition with a substantial nuclear and wartime capabilities, and it would be shots would be fired, man. And there's where the dilemma lies. So I see it as this: Russia has been taunting us for many years, 50s, to go to nuclear war. Korea, Vietnam, you got China. And we use these countries as pawns. But to get to Dizzy's thing, he says if U.S. reneges on this agreement that they made with Ukraine, then no other country is going to ever deal with us. Well, here's the funny part about it's kind of sickening, but it's funny. You got to laugh about it. The United States people are the only people on this fucking planet that does not realize who the United States government really is, because other countries are already familiar how fucked up we are, man. We've been doing this shit for many years. We mentioned CIA. We're proficient at this shit. The world stage. Got our hands in everything, man. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. So yeah, we wouldn't be losing face because we don't really have face to fucking lose anymore. Which there's another reason I'm pretty upset with my elected fucking officials. That's not me. I don't feel like these fucking idiots. They don't speak for the mass majority of this country, I do not believe. If you was to take a vote and I'm talking children and everybody, I want everybody's fucking vote. Do you think we should have went to Iraq? I guarantee it would have been a fucking 80-20. Hell no, man. What the fuck are you doing? Hell, take care of our own country first. It's just fucking, it's disgusting that it's come to that. But unfortunately, Russia's getting pretty fucking bold. Picking on a country. Iraq wasn't a country. Iraq was considered a dictatorship and, a buddy of the fucking Russia, a little thug on the neighborhood. Ukraine's a different story. They were a nuclear. Yeah, we promised them. So what do? My logic would be you stuck your fucking neck out. You better whip your fucking dick out on the table and it better be bigger than Putin's. Seriously.
Or tattooed on your leg.
Yeah, you better fucking bring it. And no, we're going to block you. No, we're going to fucking come here. We're going to mass amount of, you want fucking shit to hit the fan? Let's do this, man. Let's tired of the dance. Let's get this shit over with.
I'm changing my picture because it's so perfect. The outlining of the car. It is exactly what's in Buffalo Cowboys.
Yeah.
You know, it the door, the rocker, it's he drew it without the rocker panel, but the body comes to perfect right there with the axle and the radiator. So the guy that drew the Buffalo Cowboy car traced it from the Indiana Jones movie. That car's got to be special. I think it's extra special. Good night, Dana.
Good night.
John. I think John gets it, Dana. Star one day, one person, one moment. How did they choose that person? But I've got that part. I've got the cowl, the gas tank with the bullet hole through it. His fuel was leaking out, and he had to, plane crash. That's when the tail got jerked off and all that, because he had a bullet through the fuel tank, and the Model A in the book, he has a bullet hole photoshopped in the cowl in the gas tank. The one I got has a bullet hole through the gas tank. It was a big one. It looks like that hole in the mildew hat too, because the bullet came from the other side. It was a small hole on the other side of the gas tank, but it made a big hole coming out, and the metal is bent outward. And now, when Spielberg's out there filming that movie, is he using a drone for his aerial shots?
What year was it? 2007, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had drones back then.
No, but I'm just saying, film production. Spielberg would have a helicopter. he,
Hell,
he, he,
I think the military had them like in the 90s, man.
yeah,
And then Hollywood picked them up instead of what boom cameras or whatever they called or helicopters. They
yeah.
started using drones.
Well, I'm thinking that this car part was put up there in the mountains with a helicopter. A helicopter put it there because there were no other car parts around it except for the seat springs down by the creek in front of him, in front of the car, down at the creek. Forrest said he was sitting on the seat cushion in the back,
Right.
and back then, your seat cushions were springs wrapped with cotton. So all that's left it was the springs that were down at the creek in front of the car. About they 300 feet from the car and it looks like mattress springs, but it's only like a foot and a half, 2 feet wide. It's like 2 feet by 2 feet. Set of seat cushion springs.
Right.
And Peter wants the car. Oh, okay. uh, it already went back to Santa Fe. I brought it there. That's why the bullet comes home, because I brought it to Santa Fe. And then whoever was sitting there next to Forrest, it was right behind whoever was sitting next to Forrest. So they're looking at Forrest, not knowing that thing is right behind their ass. And they what they were supposed to find was right there. And it's kind of, for Forrest, it's like, they don't even know. It's right there. Russ there. Uh, yeah. And what if when the treasure is awarded, it's a lot more than just the treasure? I mean, maybe a little more, maybe a whole lot more, or all the way up to the works.
Untold riches.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even a collection like the guy, the Red Rider guy, Fred Harmon. His place is empty. You know, Forrest. I don't know if Fenn's place is empty. Is that stuff in storage, or is it locked inside the house somewhere, or what? Or and Eric Sloane's place. Didn't Forrest own that too?
Yeah, he bought the whole
He's got his
estate.
diamond ring. Yeah.
Well,
And
every story you hear of people that knew him, I mean, friends of his that visited him and all, his house was a museum, man. And that's
and
just the things that was in his house. That's not all the things he has on loan. It's not all the things he has, in other areas.
yeah, he apparently had that diamond ring too of Eric Sloan's. You know that yellow diamond,
Canary diamond.
canary diamond. Yeah, that's worth millions itself. Get a bronze elephant in my pocket. Yeah, I, I thought it. If I had his house to turn into a museum, I would put an F-100 on a 40-foot pole right by the front gate, like it was dropping napalm onto old Pecos Trail.
Yeah, knowledge is priceless. I agree.
Yeah, yeah. John Teeter's got a little museum going in his place too, and an animal farm. I mean, got some wildlife up there too. Moose and everything up there. But it's very high. If you need oxygen, it's a little high. Yeah, I think he traced the car right from the movie. More I look at, and then it's like I've got it. Peggy said, "Call it the bullet because it is shot. Bullets and BBs and bombs and arrowheads are all projectiles." Yeah, yeah, John. I was watching these guys trim some wood to their sawmill, pulling this log through, back it up, pull it through again, making really nice boards.
It is a neat process with the what they call it, the live edge before they like square it off. Just do the live edge
Yeah,
part. It does look pretty good.
yeah.
Tables, countertops, all kinds,
Well, I
shelving.
watched one. It was the most expensive, most demanded type of wood, and it was like light color mostly on that. But when they got the center of the thing was like dark, real dark, you know, and really nice grains and stuff.
What is it? Some of those logs that's been like, they've sunk into rivers, like in Oregon and places like that, where they sunk in the river, and it's
No,
like,
I don't think his are, but he just says he does big wood slabs. So like a bar, you know, if you needed a
yeah,
bar for your bar, big old board put on top there, natural, whatever, up to 7 feet wide. That's a wide bar.
Fuck yeah, it is. That's a big tree.
Well, you could do the back of the bar with it, but then you it doesn't have to be too thick then. No, yeah, I ordered my coil pack. Yeah, he got a bunch of logs there to cut. He got plenty of wood sitting around there to cut. Um, my ex has an old Japanese internment camp building that I had put on eBay for some, if somebody wanted to buy it for the like barn wood, because it's from the 40s and old Japanese internment camp building would, or we thought some Japanese might buy it for some museum for them, Nope. Uh, yeah, I think it's going to turn out to be it was the car. Because I always said the Once Upon a While was put out after it was over, and it's the bullet comes home, and then the price of freedom, and then a year later he added Dizzy Dean, which tells you it was over in 2017.
Yeah, I've always felt the same way. When the Once Upon a While, the first one came out, I thought, yeah, someone,
Yeah.
no legalities. It was someone knows the answer, man. For whatever reason, it's still out there, but someone has figured out the answer.
Wow. So John's got one of 13 big slab capable mills in North America.
That could come in handy if you don't have any other competing big slab mills around,
Yeah.
and you have large old growth.
Yeah. Well, this house I've designed, I fear might have 4 or 5 little columns to hold up a little platform that is a little 10-foot circle up on top lookout room. I'm going to do logs or, you know, raw wood, raw trees, trunks, or whatever,
Yeah.
with their natural shape and not trimmed. Then I'll have and I want one. Then one of them would have a spiral stairway going around it, around the natural, uh, you know, wood log.
Yeah. I always liked spiral staircases. Always.
Yeah. Animals in the walls. I can't. I can't. It sounds like there's a monster in there, and it's just this little fucking mouse.
Yeah, they are noisy little fuckers, man. Bad.
I want to set up something with I have get like two coat hangers would do with a wire hooked up to each one, and then have them, so they're separated and don't touch, and put them back underneath the stove, and close it off so the dog doesn't get his nose in there, and and have it so it don't move, and then plug that thing into 110 volts. And when the mouse walks across them two wires, ding, you know.
When the light flickers, a mouse gets its wings.
Yeah. One tree from house to Denver, 15 slab. One slab, 4 slab. To pick up the line. Yeah. 15 slab. Wow. Like only 60,000, and it cost you $150. Wow. You're good at math, John. I'm good at math too. I have one son and 5 grandkids. Oh, hey, you probably got the right stuff to make yourself a Fred Flintstone car, I bet. Wow. They made money on top of that from something that came from a seed.
Yeah. Seed, water, and sun.
When I was a kid, we lived on a 15-acre walnut orchard that's in the heart of Silicon Valley now, but it was a walnut orchard, and they were going to build an overpass over the railroad tracks that were next to the orchard. And so to build the overpass, they had to tear the house down. That's where the ramp for the overpass was going, you know. And so they all of the walnut trees, they just tore them all up out of the ground and piled them, put them in these different piles and burned them.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's walnut. How can they just do, walnut? It's valuable wood, I believe. Yeah,
It's hard. I think it's considered a hardwood. It's
it's
good
a
for
hardwood.
like
Yeah,
cabinets and shit.
yeah, it's got dark color and all that. Um, yeah, they have Black Hills. Black Hills got a lot of walnut stuff in the Black Hills. But yeah, it was walnut, and we had like a barn with a conveyor, and that used to walnuts. I don't, I was only like 4 years old and stuff when I lived there, so I don't remember too. But I remember the smell of the rotting walnut husks, and I don't know if they had farm workers come in and harvest walnuts or what, if it was still in operation or. But I have the doorbell from that house is on my RV.
Oh, cool.
It's one of them. I guess you push the or pull the handle. And it spins the little clanger in the bell, like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
telephone bell. Yeah, but it still works. And I just put a hole through the wall of my RV and tied a string on it, and so people don't know it. I say that's the doorbell right there. Pull that. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. What other kind of keys are there, John? Card keys, right? And if you prayed for D's, you take the D off the card and you got a car. The car keys. Where he parked his car, I found it. It was in a meadow in the wood by Tucker Ponds. The Denver Museum of Nature is the Rocky Mountains, isn't it, Street?
I do believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So if I found it in a meadow of belly high grass in the wood.
I did find out something important today, Bill.
Was
Apparently, I'm not a good researcher, man. So I'm going to leave research to other people.
Yeah. Oh, we know some researchers.
Well, I'll just say
One
Barbara
research.
accused me of being a terrible researcher, and she showed her Santa Fe driver's license. So yeah, I suck at research, man. I'm done with research. I'm not good at it. I'm going to leave that to the research experts.
Yeah. Get me a new one. And I got the new design. Like my son, his birthday was February, and he has the old design driver's license. I got mine this month, and it's a new design.
Do you have to renew yours every 4
I
years?
think it's 5 years.
Here in Ohio, it's every 4 years.
I think this one's good till 27. I don't know if I'm good till 27.
Do you have any endorsements?
No, I used to have motorcycle.
Yeah, I still carry a motorcycle
I'd
endorsement.
have to take another test now because Oregon they made you. It was $80 for your driver's license, and if you wanted the motorcycle endorsement, it was another $80. And I said, "What for an endorsement?" Yeah,
Nap, I got
yeah,
it years ago, and every 4 years, it just renews. I've never had to take another test. Same way with driving, I've never had to do like a remedial test or nothing.
yeah. Mine's good for 5 years and 3 days.
Well, I got my motorcycle license. I'd been driving for over 20 some years and licensed driver. And I got my motorcycle and I had to take a written test, right? I'm like, shit. No, I didn't even look at the book. I'm like, fuck, I got this. I don't have to study the book. I flunked the test, man. I'm like, what the hell? And, I said, and they went over. I said, which ones did I miss? One of the questions, and this is a motorcycle, you're driving through town, the center of town, and it's not lunchtime. There's parked cars all along both sides of a two-way road, right? They
Yeah,
said, what is the safest position for a motorcycle to drive on the road? And I said, farthest to the left, away from the parked cars, towards the center line. I got it wrong. I'm like, nuh-uh, man. Have you ever rode a motorcycle? people are opening doors and shit. I wanted plus all the oil and the shit coming out of the exhaust is on the right. That's why motorcycles ride on closest to the center line, because that's where least likely all the bullshit from exhaust is on. It's plus it's
Yeah,
not as
away
slippery.
from traffic entering and everything.
And I argued it, man. I said no. Man. I said I strongly disagree, man. I don't. I think you're wrong.
Yeah, yeah, that's where you're most likely to get killed.
Well, okay, in that situation, would you drive close to the fucking parked cars on the side of the road or towards the center of the road?
I stay in the center,
Yeah,
like, like I ski. Stay in the center of the trail. It's harder to hit the trees.
exactly. You got more room to maneuver, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyhow, I flunked it. And then
Um.
when I had to take the test again, I had to wait a day, took the test, passed it, and then scheduled my driving on the motorcycle. And you had to stop it. You had to drive through all these cones and do this like turn around, a big figure eight, and then come back without putting your feet down. No problem. Then you had to stop at this fucking, it had the little box you had to put your tire on. You had to get up to 25 miles an hour in a, I think it's like 25-foot area. You had to get up to 25, which is second gear, and then stop within like a 10-foot area. I fucking failed it the first time, man. I stepped on the front and the back brake at the same time and did the and bounced across the line, the final line of where I was supposed to stop by like 3 inches. And she was like,
Yeah.
"Nope, I'm sorry, Mr. Street." I'm like, "Seriously, man, it's 3 inches." She's like, "No, I'm sorry. I gotta." It's like, God damn it, 3 fucking inches, man.
Yeah.
I flunked it. Flunked it.
Yeah. I did my test on a Yamaha 650 special.
I did mine on a Sportster, a custom Sportster. 2000. I bought it brand new, 2009 custom XL Sportster. Man, fuel injected.
Yeah.
I love that fucking bike. Loved it.
See, you should have burned a doobie before you went for that test. You would have passed.
Uh, the helmet fucked me up too. I never wear. I have never ever. I've been riding motorcycles since I was a teenager. Never wore helmets ever. Even dirt bikes. Never wore a helmet. I just practiced not to wreck. And if I did, tuck and roll, man, tuck and roll. But the helmet fucked me up, man. It was a full face helmet. I got it from a friend of mine, and it was one of those full face ones. I don't know, nerves. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I think the Sportster only weighed, it was 680 pounds. I mean, it was pretty beefy, man,
Yeah.
but still 3 fucking inches.
Well, I'm a heir to a bunch of Harleys.
I remember you telling me about that, man.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, a bunch of Harleys, boat, and a bunch of parts to make more Harleys. Hey, there's probably enough to there's 15 or 20 frames and stuff.
I've owned Hondas, Yamahas, Kawasaki's, Harleys. If I ever buy another one, I want an Indian Chief, man. About 2010, I think. I think that's when someone bought the rights to it and started doing them again. 2010, I hear, has everything. I haven't looked at it in a while, but they had really good reviews. Plus, they're neat looking fucking bikes, man.
Yeah. John says the Arizona license is good till 2043. Is that the one you got in 2037?
Yeah, I ended up selling it, Dizzy, and no, I don't currently have. I'm thinking about buying a scooter, man, like a little 250cc Chinese scooter. You know, the ones
Oh,
you just like a mini bike. They go about 60 some miles an hour.
I watched this video. This guy bought this little tiny pickup truck from China. It's electric, and he paid 2,000 for it, but he paid another $1,000 for the big battery for it. That and it's a dump. The pickup truck bed is a dump truck. It'll dump your load and everything. It has a cab. You get inside the cab. It has windshield wiper, and a stereo, and air conditioning, and, and and you just plug it in and charge, or you could leave a solar panel on it, charge it up. You know, um, you, but it was like $3,000, and then whatever he paid to get it here, and what. But it was a cool little. It had headlights, and it looked like like a miniature Silverado. You know.
That'd be pretty cool to have around like a ranch if you got it, or land to do shit, like a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
hauler.
you use it around there. His father said he just wants bigger tires on it.
Well, the reason I sold my Harley, I was a single parent with I don't even think they were teenagers yet, three young daughters. And I was heading out of town, and it's a 35 mile per hour, and within a block it goes to 55. So I know I'm a block away. I'm hitting third. I'm doing about 55 miles an hour already, a block away from the 50, the transition. And this old lady pulled out of this fucking credit union, man, right fucking in front. I mean, within 40 feet of me, and I'm doing 50,
Yeah,
55 miles. I'm getting ready to hit fifth gear, man. And
yeah,
I slammed on my back brake, slid fucking sideways, and I ended up I dented my mirror, my right side mirror. I dented it in, man. I ended up by time I slid sideways, and I was getting ready to do pull my leg out from underneath and kind of stand up and push away from the bike. And I always wore a leather jacket and all that shit. I was ready to dump it, man. And when I ended up, I was fucking nose to nose with her. I mean, I went up against her car, dented the side of her car with my with my foot peg and shit. And she looked at me and said, "What in the fuck is wrong with you?" I was shaking, man. I wanted to fucking strangle the crazy bitch. It was one of those old women
yeah,
that the only thing you can see if you're driving behind them is a little puff of hair and knuckles on the steering wheel. I'm swearing, like
yeah,
80 and had the nerve to say, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
yeah.
Oh,
Tried to kill
well,
you.
it
They,
scared
they,
me so fucking. I was literally, I couldn't stand up. I mean, I got off the bike fell down, and I collapsed on the ground, man. I couldn't catch my breath.
some people are required to wear glasses when they drive. I think some people should be required to have booster seats.
Well, luckily for me, it was coming out of a credit union. Someone called within minutes. An ambulance was there, police was there, and fuck, I got taken to they were like, "Do you want to go to the hospital?" I said, "Yeah, man. I think I'm having a fucking heart attack here, man. I can't stop shaking. I can't fucking stand up. Can't catch my breath. It fucked me
Yeah,
up, and I never got on the bike again." I said, "No, man. I got I got kids that rely on me, man. I can't be
yeah,
doing this with these crazy fucking people on the road."
yeah. And sometimes you just pull off into a parking lot or something. There's gravel, and you ah.
Yeah, it totally, and it spooked me, man. Nowadays, I'd have no problems doing it nowadays. I never really did like city driving. I never cared for highway either. I just go out in the country, these country roads, and put, 30, 35 miles an hour. Just crank
Uh,
back and enjoy the view.
yeah, yeah, but 30, 35 it'll still hurt you when a deer jumps out in front of you.
Yeah, well, I drove a lot drinking, but I had saddlebags, right? I lined one of them with bags and foam, and
Yeah,
I'd keep beer I'd take a fishing pole, a tarp, and 12 pack of beer and just cruise along a river, find some place, pull off. I never really worried about, I never drove at night. I tried drinking, but I never drove at night, man. Didn't like it. I wasn't comfortable with it.
yeah,
And anybody that's been on a Sportster, They're not a highway bike, man. A fucking car, if a semi goes past you and you're doing like 55, 60, you got to fight it. It'll suck you right into the fucker, man. I mean, it's a battle. It ain't a smooth cut. It's not. I have all the respect in the world for people that do cross country on motorcycles, man. It's a fucking workout.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I know. Just driving from Denver up to Greeley and stuff on a 650, and you get there and your hands are like.
Yeah, yeah. I've been on highways before, especially Columbus, like 70, 270. I mean, major highways at rush hour. And man, I got to stop from like cramping my hands up from grabbing the fucking grip so goddamn hard, man. It's just I never like it wasn't I didn't enjoy it, man. I was like a country cruiser. That's why I
Yeah,
think I'm going with the little fucking. My friends are laughing at me like, seriously, man, you're going from a Harley to that? It's like, fuck yeah, I just want to give it gas, man. Just sit there in comfort, little bag on the back, cruise
yeah.
country roads.
I had a girlfriend taught me how to ride the motorcycle. She had a little Suzuki 450.
I actually looked into instead of scooter, I was first started looking into those Honda Rebels, 250 little Rebels. They're
Yeah,
kind of raked back, like they kind of look like a miniature Harley. But then I thought, nah, man, I'm banging gears still. I just want to, like a mini bike. I just want to sit on it and give it fucking gas. I don't want to
yeah,
shift gears. And hell, even those 250s, they're only like 300 pounds. That's not a lot of weight. I wouldn't be taking it out on the highway, but yeah, country cruising, going out along the river fishing or something. Yeah.
dirt bikes. I always want to take a Fiero and make it electric, or either that, or put tracks on the back. Half track, like they got them track things you can put on, replace the wheels, and
Yeah.
skis on the front. It make it a snowmobile.
Yeah.
And then you just put a metal plate underneath on the bottom of the car, so that it doesn't snag on, so it slides on the snow.
Yeah. Skid plate all the way underneath
Yeah,
it. Yep.
yeah,
Hell, you'd have a stereo and a heater, man.
yeah. And you make it electric. You just have solar panels all over the top of it.
Yeah, those Can-Am spiders, those are weird looking, man. They are. The two-seaters, there's a few in town, man. They look fucking it's not a motorcycle. I don't care if they to me, that's not a motorcycle. Have you seen those, Bill? They got the two front tires and one in the back, and it's a two-seater.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've
They're
seen
fucking
where
weird.
they're like two tires, one right next to each other.
Yeah,
They're
there's
like,
two in the front and one in the back, man.
oh yeah, big fat one in the back, then, huh?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me. They kind of every time I see one, it looks like the Batmobile from back in the '70s, man.
Yeah,
I would never. I mean, to each their own. No, I wouldn't. Nah, I wouldn't want something. I'd go with a trike. I would definitely ride a trike. A Honda or Hog, a Harley trike. I would definitely do a trike before one of those spiders.
yeah.
I'll tell you something you don't see, and there was a lot of them here in Central Ohio. Is those remember those fiberglass bodied Volkswagen engine custom trikes? Remember those things?
Um. Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, there was a few families around Central Ohio here that had like they were nationally known for their trike building. They had like the green and orange metal flaked fiberglass bodies. Had the guy sitting in the front driving, and then you had like a basically a little seat behind it, and then like a little luggage rack. Yeah, they were pretty cool. I'd do one of those.
Yeah. He's like the the sail the ice sail yachts, for or wind sail, or like on the salt flats, like you got wheels and a sail. You can get hauling ass on them things.
Yeah.
Slingshot. Yeah, I used to race over the Santa Cruz Mountains. Get stopped by the cop. Where'd your friend in the Porsche go? Oh, he pulled off in Scotts Bluff. Last week of high school, we were going to Santa Cruz. We had 2 cases of beer under the back seat of the station wagon. The cop didn't catch us. We still continued on and had our party, and I paid the ticket. And there was this guy, Mike Stiles. He drank like a bottle of vodka, and he was out. We buried him in the sand.
That's before the Sharpie was invented. The Sharpie.
Yeah, 1976. Front tires. It would lift front tires if you no, I guess. Yeah. My car likes to spin the tires when it punch the pedal. Oh, lumps. They're big lumps. I don't know. It depends. Yeah, it depends on if they're blonde, brunette, or redhead. And I like all the lumps.
Yeah, wasn't too picky on the hair. That really didn't matter to me either. Didn't really care.
Yeah, yeah. We all got bodies that don't impress ourselves. But out here in the middle of nowhere here, and it's been nice weather, I was saying, there ain't no neighbors for half a mile. You can go sunbathing in this place. Even the nearest road's almost about a quarter mile away. Even my street's about 700 feet. My driveway comes all the way across the lot. And I can't get Elon Musk to send me my Starlink dish yet. What's wrong with him?
That's pretty messed up, Bill. It really is.
14 months ago, I ordered it.
Yeah.
I think they're going by Google Earth, and Google Earth shows us nothing here. But because Google Earth is, 10 years old, they shouldn't be going by Google Earth. I ordered it. I gave him a deposit. Still says by mid 2022. It used to say mid 2021 to mid to late 2021, and now it says mid 2022. And it says that forever. I make memes about it now.
Well,
That
Bill,
like
I'm going to hop off, man. It's been a long night.
Yeah, yeah, about done too.
It's
I
been a
can only keep
pleasure.
one eye open.
Just gotta. There's no way. I think we're both pretty convinced on the fact that neither one of us is going to back down from our First Amendment rights, man. I know I'm not.
Yeah, Well, I'm not backing down. Not when that drawing matches that movie, and I have that car in my shed. You know, I have that car parked.
That's more than what she has as evidence, ain't it?
It's not about the one in the movie is in some museum somewhere. No, it's the other one. It's the one that was out in the field. You had to find the wooden chalice.
Well, have a good week, Bill. If I don't talk to you
You too.
beforehand, everyone in chat, have a good week, man. Take it
Thanks
easy.
for having me out. Yep. Thanks. Thanks everybody for watching. There's the whole car. And you see, look at that back wheel. It's just so perfect. You know that it was traced from the movie. You even see part of the title of the movie from casting director, yeah, or casting person's name. You know, because it's in. That's the same that was sketched from that picture of that car. So good night. You know who the winner is.